Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final here in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 5. Myksta joined by Milboss. This is a continuation series at best of 11 matchup here between the Faction AU and the Bees. Uplink, we're going to be starting off with map number 4 because the continuation scoreline, that was 3-0 in favor of the Faction. Now, Milboss, will they continue on that dominant spree, or can, after the previous series, the Bees put a map on the board?
Look, I mean, the Bees are coming a really good run there with that W just before in the previous game. So, with that being said, the Faction really haven't had as much time necessarily warm up in a competitive environment, but, you know, that doesn't really discredit them at all. They still might be able to get straight back into this one, but Verenzen went for a throw there, wasn't able to make anything happen, and gets shut down just before being able to get to it. So Wolfie gonna pick that one up from the middle of the map and gonna go straight for a counter cap or a counter throw, if you will, but misses as well. So Barney picking that one up, gonna try and throw it out of bounds, and we are gonna see it reset if he can actually get it out.
He's going to attempt to. I mean, I can still see him trying there on the corner of the mini-map, and I'm actually going to swap over to him. He actually decided against throwing it out. No, he's going to go back there and chuck it outside of the boundaries of the map. It took him he was a little bit split-minded, I mean, the team of the Faction there in that play. Regardless of that ball spawn, it will be Swifty who will pick it up. He will get EMP. He will reboot his Exo. He'll get the melee over on Luca and taking him down. 1 minute of already having gone past in this first half of this uplink. The throw will go out. Will he get the point? Yes, it will. Unfortunately, the interception just wasn't a reality there from the Faction side, and it'll be 1-0 in favor of the Beast. So they're already off to a great start here for the continuation series that they are down 3-0 from. Luke on your screen there with the ball in hand, just going to be charging on down, getting 1 kill now. His teammate's going to throw it out over onto the middle street. The ball will get picked up there by Wolfie. Keep in mind it is still 1-0, and it does seem like they were lining up for another throw before getting taken down.
They're playing very similarly to when they were in the last uplink here. The Bees, they're just going for the throws, and it is working out for them so far. They do have that lead, but the Faction, relatively speaking, don't have too much to do to get back into this one. I mean, it's only that 1 point, and I mean, in the end, in the scheme of things, if they can get a couple more possessions and a couple more captures here, the Bees could have that 1 point as the all-important 1 point that separates the two teams in the end. But with Swifty on the satellite once again, trying to get some EMPs downrange, and probably going to go for, once again, another throw here. We're going to see, well, no, actually, it looks like, yeah, finally, wow, that is what I'm talking about with the passing. I mean, what a slam dunk.
Yeah, that was just an alley-oop there out of the team of the Bees there, but yeah, I just got to point out that it really just didn't seem like it actually hit the 2 points though. They were only able to get 1 point out of that one. I'm not sure if he died just on top of it, but still was a great effort nevertheless out of the team of the Bees, making their lead now 2-0. 2 minutes still remaining in this first half of this uplink. Detroit here, Beastman was able to pick off a couple of kills there, as we have Swifty now pick up the ball. He's going to rotate back over to the side of Hospital, now going back over to the main street. He's going to allow his teammate to pick off these kills. He's going to dash on forward. He's going to have one player there to contest him. He turns around as he gets whacked in the back. That'll be Blue now with the ball. It's going to be contested to the side. It gets stuck at the pole, and the ball will now be dropping 3 players down from the Faction. There's not a great play there from them. Verenzen will pick this one up. He's going to be running through the staircase here into the car park. He might be contested, but the bright side is he got it out of his team spawn.
Yeah, that's the important part there, but just not enough. Swifty picked it up, got shut down immediately by Luca, who's going to bring it around the opposite side through, or around rather, the hospital area, trying to make a play there. Gets a bit of a slap there on Swifty, goes for the throw, misses it, so that is going to be back in the hands of Envy Fergs, who's going to chuck it out of bounds for the respawn. Last alive for his squad, but the Faction aren't really in a position to pick the satellite up and make a play, get back into this one, because they are, as you can see on the scoreboard, 2-0 down, and that is not helpful going into the second half. But once again, we're seeing a rather slow uplink game.
you know, slow in terms of points captured, but it's really not slow in terms of the kill department. I mean, you see Wolfie with 15 kills to himself. You got Luke on 11, Vrenzen on 12, as I was on board with Beast and just racking up that total up, making it into 15 for himself as well. 20 seconds still remaining in this first half of the uplink as he's trying to get a couple of shots over into the spawn. His teammate's going to be passing it over to him, missing Beast, but it's just a meter to his right, and yeah, it did just go flying past the ball, was able to get thrown back over outside the boundaries, resetting now over onto its initial spawn, but that's going to end up the half at 3-0, and that is going to be the Bees in the lead, and it really is a great sign for them considering they are down 3-0 in terms of maps.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I mean, in this best of 11 continuation series, they do have a long road ahead of them if they want to take this one out, but they definitely are showing that they are working well at the moment. They are in a bit of a roll, especially in terms of uplink, obviously, and I mean, yeah, as you were saying, the kills have been pretty good all around for that squad. I mean, you've got 18 coming in from Wolfie, 15 coming in from Beeson. Nice scores from that squad there, but then the faction, they've got 13 for Blue and Luca, and then, of course, 12 for Vrenzen and 6 for Barney. Now, Barney, I want to try and highlight him a little bit on my screen, at least. I want to see what he can do here to get himself back into this one, because he is known over the past couple of months for putting up some big numbers in terms of kills. So right now, he's in control of the ball, but he's going to want to try and get it out of there, but finally getting shut down there. The ball did not get moved whatsoever, and it's in such hot contention that it hasn't been touched for the past couple of seconds until now. Wolfie finally picks it up.
Wolfie's going to be trying to go for this 1-point throw, and it does seem like they don't want to be running any points in at this stage of the Bees. They're content with just getting those 1-pointers in and increasing their total that way, which does seem to be working for them. It does seem to be the smart play, considering that after they get those throws in, they do fall defeated anyway. But you know, they've got the lead 4-0, and the faction, they've really just been getting dominated in these kills. And the scoreline, while it might not be much, it is still in the favor of the team of Bees. And you know, with Fergs with the ball, you know, there could be another play into the making for them. We'll see how things play out though, as 3.5 minutes remaining in this in the second half. A nice melee attack there out of Fergs, but before getting taken down over onto the schoolyard entrance, Luke with the ball will throw it out, resetting the ball back into its spawn point as Wolfie, contesting all 4 members, will drop eventually, but he was able to take down one with him.
Yeah, that's going to be the case here now. Swifty picking it back up. He's going to be making a play towards the schooler, but gets shut down from behind. Blue going to pick the satellite into his hands and take it for a ride with him, trying to just work around, utilize his teammates here for them to get the kills and then for him to make the objective play. So a little bit of back and forth action from him. Doesn't want to play this too aggressively, but gets the throw in. Will he make it count? Doesn't seem to be the case, so it is still going to be that 4-0 lead in favor of Bees, with Fergs chucking that one out of bounds. 2:40 remaining on your clock, and Wolfie there to pick it up straight away off its respawn.
He'll be running it over into the barrier here. One player's there to contest. He's going to throw it over to the other end of the street, where I do believe his teammate is waiting. There's going to be Swifty, who passes it to Beaston, who's able to get the 2-point capture, making it 6-0. So Uplink just seems to be their game mode at the moment, as they're pushing down off for another consecutive run. Fergs with the droid in hand. He will fall down here as Luke will pick it up before getting dropped himself. Renzo will also fall. Same with Barney. Blue is the last one up for his team, and he will pick the droid up, and he's going to be going for this run. He does get stunned. He's going to throw it in. Finally, getting their points on the board here. It only took them 8 minutes, but they were able to get that 1 point for themselves, which, you know, could be the start of a comeback for them here on Uplink Detroit.
Yeah, but that is the case, and it is possible, but it is going to be difficult here. Shots going down left, right, and center. Luca getting a double kill. Beeson and then getting a double kill. We're seeing shots going down everywhere. We're seeing kills going down everywhere. But still, the faction just not able to really get control of the satellite. Swifty getting shut down there after another 2-piece from him there. So Verenzen, last alive for his squad, needs to make a rotation here. Take the satellite, spots one above, not able to get the throw in there, and Wolfie's going to pick that one up defensively. Nice work from him with 1 minute 15 remaining on the clock. The faction really need to get a move on, but it just doesn't look like they have the time. They're not getting enough of the ball, I think is the case. They're just not holding possession for long enough to really make anything count. So we'll see Luca here now has the satellite, gonna make the throw, doesn't get it by the looks of things, so it is going to be in the opposition's base and thrown out of bounds again. So 6-1 the lead right now with 47 remaining on the clock.
On board with Verenzen here on my screen. 6-1 being the scoreline. 40 seconds remaining here in this match. We are going to be seeing what he can really do. No, he's going to die, so we're going to jump on board with Wolfie, the ball carrier for his team. 30 seconds still remaining. It does really seem like it is the B's first map at the end of that 24-second mark. Regardless, he did chuck it over to the corner. Interception there as he gets the nade out. He'll be trying to contest here with the ASM1. He will be able to take down one, getting shot in the back. He's going to turn around, try and go for these kills. He will get taken down. Verenzen, though, will try to go for this throw, and it just misses off the bounce to go in for another 1-point throw. That's going to end the game up 6-1. Going to be in favor of the Bees. They're going to put their first map on the board, and it's technically map 4, but first map of this continuation starts, and it is quite a convincing one for themselves as well. I mean, look at that scoreboard. Wolf, 32 kills, 35 kills for Beeston. They outslayed them, and they were able to outscore them as well, bringing that first map for themselves. And you know, it was definitely a great uplink match to actually watch, but. You know, I'm just checking out what map it is going to be next. It is going to be a search and destroy. And it will be a search and destroy on Biolab. So that's going to be what's coming up next in this grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4 matchup here between the faction and the B. Stay tuned, because once again, we do have a search and destroy coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the next map here in the grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series. Free-to-play ODC number 4 here in this matchup between the two teams of the faction AU and the Bs. Currently, the series scoreline is 3-1. The faction were able to take out the clean 3-0 victory over in the winners bracket final, but since this continuation started, the Bees were able to take down the previous uplink map to make it 3-1, as I mentioned. Search and destroy map 5 up next. It is on Biolab. Let's get into the game. I'm Myksta, joined by Millboss.
Yeah, we're going to see them getting into this one with the faction in the offensive to start things off. Verenzen taking that, being the designated demolitions expert here for this first round. And we're going to see some plays coming in from both teams, mainly surrounding B, if you're looking at the factions, I guess, setup, if you will. But then we're going to see the Bees coming around the corner, trying to contest them in a 2v3 situation here. Verenzen still with the bomb, gets it down there, so it is going to be down to 40 seconds remaining on this clock. With that plant in mind, bringing it to a 2v2 situation is Beeston with a kill on blue.
We did have Verenzen spotting Beeston there as he was trying to make his approach around. Now we did have Swifty also making his way through to the B bomb site room. Now Verenzen will get shot in the back here, so now it's going to be up to Luke in that 1v2 situation. He won't be able to do anything either as Beeston will take him down. Beeston showing a little bit of disrespect there, shooting the dead body of, I believe that was Luke, and the defuse will happen to Swifty. You can just hear the shots going off in the background. He really seems determined to put his accuracy down for the map. Either way, they'll be able to get that defuse down for themselves, and that is going to be the first round of the map in their favor. The Bees, once again, making a very good comeback from that scoreline that they were faced up against coming into this grand final.
Yeah, I mean, coming into that, Beeson getting those 2 kills, perfect from him. 2 kills came out of Luca, which is nice to see, but we're going to see Fergs here picking up the bomb and making a play towards the A bomb site. With 1 player in contention, that's going to be Blue there, waiting for some players. Spots one, gets nearly shut down by the canisters there, able to pick up the first one. Knows that there's at least 1 player around him, needs to be careful here because they are behind him. And they are, in fact, on top of him, jumping over. going to get the kill on there, so that's going to be the end of this round already, and we're going to see an instant response coming out of the faction, which is good to see, in the sense that we don't like getting those 6-0 like in the last series, but, I mean, Blue played this quickly, just hid here for a second, knew there were players coming around him, and was able to pick off the final kill there nicely and easily.
1-1 is the map scoreline here. In the map, my apologies for that, in the map of Search and Destroy Biolab, 1-1. We're on board with the attacking team once again. This time it is going to be the faction for the attacking round. Varen's going to be picking up the bomb. This time he's going to be rolling over to this A-bomb site. And you are going to be seeing one player already there meeting them. He's going to be Swifty, as all 4 players from the faction are going to be pushing forward. A little bit of a, of a train line here between them, but we'll see if it's going to really pay off. Only one player actually over on the B side as well, so they might have predicted this one, and they might be able to use this one to their advantage. As that being said, Blue takes down the beast in the gas containers over on the middle of the map now. The bomb starting to get planted. We'll swap over to Swifty quickly. He's going to be checking this one. He'll be able to get a couple of shots in, taking down Varenzen. Luke takes down Swifty in return. Blue will take down Fergs and Wolfie. Last one alive in a 1v3 situation. Does spot one over on the bottom of green. He'll be able to get tags on, but he won't be able to pick up that kill. And now the bomb will get planted. We'll be able to take down the kill eventually, though, on Blue. The bomb has now been planted. It's a 1v2 situation. Wolfie taking on Luke and Barney. As he jumps to the top of green, he will spot Barney here. We'll be able to pick up the kill. Barney, a little bit of an obvious position for, where you think his teammate would have set up as well. Now he does spot Luca, and he's around the bomb. He just needs to keep him alive off that bomb, but he will be able to pick up the kill. He's going to make it 2-1, and he's going to get them the lead.
Yeah, in that situation, Wolfie was just about to get the kill and clutch that up in the 2v1 situation, but Luca just had the gun skill advantage and also was able to see more of Wolfie's body than Wolfie could see of Luca's, so that also will have played an aspect in there. But I agree with you on what you said about Barney's position. It was a little bit obvious for my liking in that situation, but still was able to take that round there, the faction. So it is going to be a 2-1, the round count in the lead. They just seem to be trading rounds here a little bit in terms of their offensive rounds. Swifty, now with the bomb, going to be making a play towards the A bomb site here with not much in terms of congestion on the B bomb site. So if they wanted to, they could rotate, but the snipe coming in from Blue means they're already 1 man down.
The bomb is going to get picked up there by Wolfie as he tries to get some shots out on Blue. We'll be able to pick off tags, but one of the players from the team of the faction will be actually pushing forward over to that green side quite heavily, I do believe. Now he's going to be Luke, as you can see there, with COD vision. Wolfie still wanting to push on forward to this A bomb site. He does spot one. He will be able to take down Luca, and Luca in return, though, taking down Beaston. So now Wolfie is all by himself in a 1v3 situation. He's up against Blue, he's up against Barney, and he's up against Varenzen with 30 seconds still left on the clock. 2-1 to the opposing team's favor. He really needs this round, and he really is the MVP for his team so far, but he will get taken down by a sniper shot, I do believe, in the back. We'll see it here in the round in kill cam in a moment. And let's see, I do believe that might have been Barney there on this round in the kill cam. You see the thermal into play. He was able to just take it out in the front from the side room there next to green, and it was quite a good shot there for him. He was expecting him to go out from there, and he did. And now they're going to increase that lead to 3-1, and from the faction who didn't really play the best last map, and in the first round of this map, they're making a fairly good comeback.
Certainly are. We're going to see the faction holding on here, as you said. 2 rounds in the lead is definitely going to be helpful. Breaking the trading there, Varenzen with the bomb once again, as we are going to see him without a kill yet. Same situation, if you will, to Fergs on the opposition side, but as we say that, Beeson getting the first blood on Luca, which is not going to be helpful. Their best player so far statistically is down, but it is going to be a 3v4 situation here. Faction definitely not out of it by any means. We're going to see Varenzen making his way towards the B-bomb site. Knows that there's a player from the opposition somewhere around here. Doesn't know quite where, but if you see through COD vision, you can see that he was in fact on top of the B-bomb site building, but he's now the last alive here. Varenzen needs to go big for his team if he wants to get back into this one. Gets the first kill there, but he still has 3 to go in a mere 25 seconds.
He's looking to maybe make some plays out over onto the A side of the map. One player's going to be over on the connection alley, and he will be able to get the shots in. Will he be able to pick off the kill? That's the question. Yes, he will. 14 seconds left, though. The team does know that he needs to go for this bomb side. He does try to shoot the gas containers, but he does fall defeated by the player that was on the top of the green walkway there. And you're going to be seeing it on the round-ending kill cam. That was the man of Wolfie, who was just waiting for a new hit. They took their pick. There was two players up. One was watching A, one was watching B. Time was running out. He needed to make that move, and fortunately for Wolfie, he was able to pick off that round and then make it 3-2. So they're not quite back in an even playing field just yet, but they're one step closer. We'll jump aboard with the attacking team for this current round. Number 6, and we'll jump on board with the players running on points. We got Swifty with the bomb, and Wolfie seemed just a little bit too back. I was actually expecting him to run on point.
Is trying to spot any players from the opposition, but if you see on the minimap, the faction have 2 players near each bomb here. We are going to see the first kill go down from Fergs on Barney there, which is going to be helpful, getting that man advantage. Shots going down near the A-bomb site. Someone must have been spotted, but we are going to see here now, Fergs is going to be pursued, if you will, by Luca, who's making the play around into the biolab area, or rather the generator area, I should say. Spots him. That's going to be Fergs, but Fergs just turns around and says, "No, I'm killing you today." Wolfie getting another kill. Is going to be up to blue. Once again, it's a 3 down for the squad of the faction. But as I say that is going to be back to that level playing field as we were saying before. It wasn't, but now it is, and what a good couple of rounds coming out of this B's squad.
Swifty on that round and kill cam was able to pick off the kill from the containers there, and 3-3 as you mentioned, it's back over to that even playing field. But we really just got to ask ourselves which team's really going to break at this stage. Will it be the team that took out the first few rounds and then hasn't been able to get a solid footing since? Or will it be the team that wasn't able to get the early ground but has been able to pull out through this game? Of course, we do have Swifty pushing forward aggressively before getting taken down there by Verenda with the help of his teammates as well. Collectively, that they all helped to contribute to that kill. Verenda with the bomb in hand. This is going to be looking through the back of the A-bomb. They're just peeking through the middle of the pipes as the gas containers will be blowing off through the middle of the map as well. Nades coming out. Tags will happen as Verenda did get hit slightly to the side there of that A-bomb. Shot going out anyway. Luke will be able to take down B. One player's going to be pushing forward. I do believe that is going to be Fergs. Both players die in an instant though. Both Wolfie and Fergs dropping. One was at the back, all the way on the other side of green. One was at the bottom of green. And you're really going to be spotting blue taking down the kill, it seems, on Fergs.
That is going to be the case here. We see all of a sudden the reaction coming out of the faction. They did not want to go down another couple of rounds unanswered there. So we are going to see now, back in front is the faction. Back on the offensive side is going to be the Bees. So right now there isn't that much between these two squads right now, but Ferg with that bomb, going to see whether or not he can actually get it down. Swifty already down now, arguably their best player right now, but we'll see that Wolfie needs to stay alive. He has been shut down in some unfortunate instances so far. Beeson also down now, so Wolfie last alive all of a sudden. The faction flipping the tables rather all of a sudden, and they have the 3 down on the opposition. So right now we are looking at a very back and forth game here of search and destroy, but it looks like the faction could take this round. They will in fact, and increase their lead back to 2.
It's going to be 5-3 the overall map scoreline here on this search and destroy biolab. Of course, map number 5 in this best of 11 continuation series for the grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series matchup here between the Faction AU and the Bees. One more map to increase their lead to 4-1, and I think for the Faction side, after losing that uplink, it's going to be something they're determined to do, especially now with this 5-3 lead. I'm going to jump on board with Luca who is currently going 8-5 for himself, also has a plant to his name. He's actually going to be sitting back a little bit, being the person who watches the flank, it seems. So I'm actually going to swap on over to someone hopefully a little bit more interestingly. We've got Blue, we've got Varenton, we've got Barney. We've got Barney actually looking with the scope. He does see one with the thermal, and it doesn't seem like he's going to be going for that shot. Let's see if he will be able to. Yes, he will. Gets tags, but he won't be able to pick off that kill. And now it does seem like they're going to be wrapping it out outside of A and possibly going over to a B-side push.
Yeah, we are going to see both teams have all 4 up, which is a change from previous rounds with 50 seconds remaining on the clock. We are going to see both squads at complete opposite ends of the map. All players from the Bs are watching the A-bomb site, and all players from the faction have rotated onto the B-bomb site. So now things are getting a little bit hectic here. We are going to see some contention coming in. Swifty running around with the ASM-1 gets shut down here as he was stunned by Blue. So that's not going to be helpful for his squad, but only 25 seconds remaining, and there's only 3 kills have been made in this round. Make that a hell of a lot more as we quickly see there's only one left now on the faction. That's going to be Barney. Going up against Wolfie and Beeson, needs to be very careful here. He knows where the bomb is. It's just around the corner at B. He's going to go for the plant there, but as he does, he gets shut down from behind. And that is going to be another round in favor of the B's squad. And they are bringing it back ever so slowly.
Got Beeson on this round in the kill cam. His teammate Wolfie in the shot as well. As you see them being able to take down that last round, forcing a round 10 now in this search and destroy. We've got the attacking rounds for the team of the Bees. We'll see what they'll be able to do here. They need one more round to force that round 11. 2 rounds for them to take out the map, whereas the faction only need 1. We'll see if the attack is favorable for them. However, as we have Wolfie looking to push over through this mid side, the Bob carrier, though, still outside of yellow, just waiting and just hoping that his teammates will be able to clear out a little bit of a path for them. You got Barney having a little bit of a contest there, as he did, I believe, spot one over on yellow. Regardless, he's pushing forward aggressively. We'll see if we'll be able to maybe pick up this kill. Did get the shots out, so now they do know that there is one on the flank. He's going to try and back out of there, which it does do so successfully. Swifty, though, still in yellow now, pushing over to the middle side of the map. 50 seconds still remaining here in this round, and once again, it is a crucial round for the team of the Bees.
Look, both teams are just being very slow making any moves. Swifty does not want to get shut down again. Wolfie does want to increase his kills. Spots Luca, gets a couple of shots in. Not going to be able to get the kill, though, there, and no one's really trying to contest him here. He's going to spot Luca again. Just going to be very careful, wait it out. Try and hold off. Doesn't want to be too aggressive as Swifty and Barney are down. Make Luca as well. And it's all of a sudden, once again, Varenton last alive. And that is going to be round number 5 for the Bees. And they've brought it back once again. They just seem to be able to get these comebacks here. But we are going to round 11, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see which team can take this one out. Whether it's going to be the 4-1 lead in series count for the faction, or the 3-2, getting back into it is, of course, the Bees. I mean, this is the deciding factor with the Bees on the offensive round. On the offensive side, rather.
Wolfie pushing on forward, 10-6 for himself. They force this round 11. They just need one more round for themselves, and they're going to be pushing over to this A side. But the faction, however, they're going to be playing an extremely aggressive push on their defensive round, being able to drop the bomb carrier. The player's going to be jumping over to the top of green. It might have just backfired on them, though, but Wolfie is actually the last one alive, so it's a 1v2 situation just like that. All players from all teams jumping like flies. It's Varenton and Barney taking on Wolfie. The bomb is down on the outskirts of the A-bomb. They've rotated nicely. The faction, they're predicting where Wolfie will be. They've got a couple of shots in. Now they know where Wolfie is exactly. The tags are real, and they will be able to take him down. The faction take out the map. They're going to make it 4-1, and then one step closer to taking out the grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4. But what a map that was, going down to the final rounds and the final moments. I was actually thinking there might have been a 1v2 clutch about to be in play, but after that stun went off, it was as good as done, and Barney was able to pick off that kill.
It was game over there for Wolfie, as you said, once that stun happened, but the faction just looked a little bit shaky in the last couple of rounds there. We're able to bring it back, as you said, and it goes to show that these two teams are very evenly matched, and what we're going to see now is the faction going up 4-1 in this best of 11 continuation series. So they really only need two more to get the win. I think 2 more maps to get the win. But I mean, there is of course that chance of the Bees coming back into this one. It is not all over and done. It is not all she wrote just yet. But I mean, there is room for improvement on both squads to really differentiate both teams.
That there is, and of course we've got Hardpoint, I believe, coming up next for Map 6 in this Best of 11 Continuation Series Grand Final matchup between the Faction AU and the Bees. This is the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4 Grand Final. I'm Myksta, joined by Milboss. We'll take a short break, wait for the next map to get started up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4 Grand Final here between the Faction AU and the Bees. I'm Myksta, joined by Milboss. We've got map number 6 coming your way. Hardpoint on Solar. Milboss, what do you reckon is going to happen in this map after that previous Search and Destroy victory?
It was really close, and that didn't really reflect last time we saw Search and Destroy and went on to a respawn. So I'm really not sure what to think right now, but from the previous respawn that we've seen these two play, of course, was that uplink where the Bees were quite dominant. But first kill coming in from Wolfie, wasn't able to get the second one there, getting shut down by Luca. But with that being said, in the first series that these two played, quite clearly the faction was able to shut down the Bees on the hardpoint because they took it 3-0. So I guess we can see what I'm expecting here is going to be another close hardpoint game in terms of rotations, in terms of who's actually staying on the hardpoint, because right now you can see players are hopping on and off over and over again. Where we've got the faction in the lead right now, all of a sudden, look, what a surprise, it's the Bees in the lead. So that's sort of what I'm expecting to come out of this hardpoint. It's not going to be, I think, as one-sided as the uplink was, but it is going to definitely be a good respawn game here.
We've got Verenzen already setting up for this hard point. He does get taken down though. Luke now forced to share the contestation with, I believe it was Swifty and Beaston. Now he was able to take down 1-4. Beaston took him down, and Verenzen will also get taken down. So Wolfie's going to be just sitting in this hard point with Swifty and Beaston, just trying to hold off and trying to get a little bit of a lead happening for them. Of course, leading 31 points to 22 and counting. Now, Swifty still there, so maybe swap over. No, he's actually looking to be in their prime light here for himself. Barney is going to be contesting from the front. He does get tags on. Players going to be jumping above him here. His teammates have his back, but unfortunately, he will fall. Beaston will drop as well. So now Blue will be in this hard point. Ferg's going to contest though. He did miss the knife, but he will be able to get the shots off in the end. 3 players now dropping, shared between the two teams as Luke does fall through the roof's window. 6 seconds still remaining in this hard point itself. It's going to rotate over onto the factory side next, and it does seem like the Bees have that one set up.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Wolfie trying to hold it here, shut down, but I mean, right now, it is what I thought it would be. It is quite close to, like, yes, we've got the Bees in the lead here, but the faction is still applying that pressure, not able to get right into the hard point right now, but they're doing what they need to do to gain control. And as I say that, it changes hands. We've got Luca and Blue with the remaining 30 seconds here on this hard point. They're going to try and hold it for now and get back into this game. So it really is a back and forth game here. And also in terms of kills, I mean, we're watching Beaston go 15 for 9. Great stuff coming out of him. Luca going 12 for 11. Not far behind. It's really showing, like, it's going blue, then red, then blue, then red sort of thing on the kill feed. There is no one team really holding map control per se. But right now, it seems that the Bees are able to just have that slight advantage in terms of the actual hardpoint.
The hardpoint has rotated here over to the car park as we do have Blue on your screens getting this time. Trying to catch back up as well. There is a 30-point deficit. Like closing on in slowly. Barney now the one alive in this hardpoint. You've got 4 players coming up through that left alley side as Verenzen will get will be getting that time. Wolfie getting a couple of shots in the back there. Wolfie will fall. Blue and Verenzen in that hard point. Still 30 seconds remaining in it, so still is a fairly fresh hard point kill at the moment. The kill feed is literally just lighting up red though from the Atlas team of the faction, and it's just going to keep going strong. We got 1 kill more for Verenzen. Blue may be looking to pick off the players from the Bees who are trying to contest this one, and he will be able to with 7 seconds left. They're still contesting this one. I'm not too sure if that's the best move for them. Either way, it's going to allow players from the faction to try and just sit up here over on the bomb hard point. You do have one there already, and that is going to be, I believe, Wolfie and Luca fighting it out. Luca is there now contesting with Swifty, and he's being able to just push them out with the help of his team. They've been able to catch back up in that meantime in these last 2 hard points. They've got the lead. They've hit triple digits first, and they're leading by 22 and counting.
I mean, they were able to hold that previous hard point really well there. All of a sudden, the faction, which is nice to see them get back into this one. Wolfie doing everything he can, get shut down there by damage from a nade, and also Luca himself. Swifty getting a nice 3-piece there, definitely working towards his advantage, but that's going to be 3 down for the Bees. So 3 players on this hard point are going to be able to hold it for the next few seconds, and oh my lord, Lucas just standing at the door stopping anyone from coming inside. He doesn't care who it is. He is just outgunning and outplaying everyone right now. He's got 24 kills to his name, and there's still 5 minutes remaining in this hard point. I mean, that's an impressive stat to throw up there on the leaderboard, but Blue not far behind, 23 to his name. Beeston also not too far behind them with 21, but all of a sudden the faction are getting back into this one. They've taken quite a lead here. 130 rather to 86 is the score right now. Congestion coming in from the Bees, but just no control.
I mean, no control really seems to be a bit more of a highlight that I think they do prefer to admit here on this initial hard point. It is, of course, in their favour at the moment, the Bees, but they're really only getting certain scrap time of bits and pieces for bits and pieces of the hills here. 134 to 98, as you did mention, Swifty on this hard point, getting finally those triple digits for his team, but only 8 seconds remain here over on this existing hard point. Of course, still being contested, and it is about to rotate over onto the side hard point there for Renzen, and one of his teammates already setting up for that hard point. Now one did fall. Wolfie with that double kill, taking down Blue. Luca, Fergs will take down Verenzen, but Barney and Luke picking off kills for themselves as well. Barney actually being a little bit of friendly fire, but it still counts. We'll still count it along as Wolfie just dominating across. His team was able to get that control when they're seemingly able to hold this one out and try and catch back up in terms of the points. They still have plenty of time with 3.5 minutes on the clock here for this hard point on Solar, and it could still be anyone's game.
It definitely could. I mean, we're seeing back and forth plays here. The faction were in the lead by quite a significant margin there, good 50 odd points, but then able to bring it back as the Beast. So really, it is back to my prediction here. They are both playing exceptionally well right now. 3 minutes remaining. There's plenty of time to show off and try and get in the lead if you are the Bees. Otherwise, if you're the faction, you just want to build on your lead, of course, and try and get the game out of the Bees' hands. And I mean, that is not too outside of their grasp, but right now the Bees are holding down this next hard point with some formidable force. They are just not letting anyone inside it.
2 minutes 40 on the clock as it has rotated over to the back of the factory here as Blue and Verenzen will be getting these points for the team. A little bit of a nade bounce there from Fergs will take down Blue. Bunny with a double kill on Swifty and Fergs. Verenzen taking down Wolfie. He's going to play over to the left there. His teammates coming in from the right. They will be able to take him down. That'll be Fergs who manages to potentially clean on up, I believe, one of the players. And that was actually Swifty. Fergs taking down the kill there on Luca with Swifty, making it a double, taking down Blue as well. So only 10 points the difference and closing in between these two teams. 15 seconds left before it does rotate over onto the car park, and the teams are trying to desperately rotate over to the car park to try and set up. Now it is going to be the Bees who are there first, and with 4 seconds to go, it should be an interesting hard point to say the least. That could really make or break the game here between the two. Swifty getting the first touch on this hard point. We'll be trying to hold it, but Verenzen is pushing it fast.
Well, we're going to see now. I mean, there's only a few hard points left. 1 minute 35 remaining the map here, and we've got time to really see which team can get themselves in a good position here. I mean, Wolfie is doing everything he can to get his squad with a good lead, and I mean, once he got that lead, it's just going to start rolling on top now. The faction, they need to shut him down if they want to get back into this one. Wolfie is just staying alive. He is just not giving up. Finally getting shut down there by Bunny, but he was picking up so many points there that the faction do need to really work on their rotation to the next hardpoint to make it count. I believe Swifty and Beeson were both on that hardpoint there. Luca's going to be making the early rotation here as they have to catch up a good 30 odd points almost, but they're going to take the capture point straight away here. Luca, Blue, what a kill coming out of Luca, finally getting shut down. Bergs with the double kill on him and Blue, but it is still in control here, this hill, by the faction.
10 points the difference between these two teams. Once again, this will be the hill that decides the game. 25 seconds and counting as Swifty is in the hard point. Now no one's in it. Now Fergs and Beaston are circling around this hard point. The faction desperately trying to push on down. They just need to hold out with these kills for a couple more seconds to make it mathematically impossible. And it seems like that is it. That will be the game set and match on this hard point. Solar, the final scoreline still counting, but onwards from 224 points to 195, 225 to 195, exactly the difference here between these two teams. The Bees put their second map on the board. We've guaranteed another map in the rotation here. And I mean, look at this round-ending kill cam, but I'm just excited to see what we really have next. We've got a search and destroy and terrace, followed by a capture the flag retreat, and then I do believe, if needed, a uplink on a biolab as well. But I'm interested to see search and destroy and terrace up next. I really am. And between these two teams, that definitely went back and forth between the two. I mean, you had Beaston on 41 kills, Luke on 42. You had Wolfie on 38, 35 for Blue. You had 30 for Swifty. You had 38 for Fergs, 35 for Barty. Everyone was dropping huge numbers there, and the caps and defense really reflected that one as well. We'll take a short break while we wait for the search and destroy lobby to get started up. I am Myksta, joined by Milboss. This is the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 2 grand final matchup between the faction AU and the Bees. Don't go anywhere. Search and destroy terrace coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4 grand final matchup here between the faction AU and the Bees. I'm Myksta, joined by Milboss. We are loading in to search and destroy on terrace. And the current scoreline is 4-2, still in favour of the faction, who did come out of that winner's bracket after a 3-0 scoreline. Now extending the series from continuation once again in this grand final matchup against the Bees, who have been able to really take out 2 for 1 in terms of maps since the continuation really started. We'll see if that makes a difference once again in this search and destroy. The previous one haven't been taken down to the 11th round. So we'll see if that's going to be if it's going to be the same result here on this terrace map, or if this will be the difference for the team of the Bees. Milboss, what do you think?
Look, it's definitely kind of come down to the playstyle on this map. It's a very interesting map for search and destroy. It is, even though there are a lot of levels, it is quite open in so many aspects. And I mean, we've already seen the snipe come down. Luca has been killed, I guess, for first blood, I believe. And so now it's a 1v3 rather. I believe Blue must have timed out there. So it's going to be a 3v4 situation. It's going to be difficult here for the faction, but already a kill coming down from Verenzen. Has 2 more to deal with here, but he's not in a very good geographical position. He needs to rotate around and not get, I guess, pinched by the 2 remaining Bees players.
It is going to be tricky, but the important part for him is to really just waste a little bit of time for his teammate to possibly be able to rejoin the game as well. As you do see him getting the nade, trying to get the nade out on that player Beast, and will be able to take him down. There was only 1v1 left, but he does get taken down in the back, and that is going to be the first round down to the Bees there. But of course, keep in mind they can end the game and then get him back in. They have 5 minutes to get him back in, otherwise the map needs to continue at that 3v4 basis. But we'll see if they'll be able to really get him in and what they'll be able to do regardless. Or you know, they might even decide to go ahead and continue the map. But you know, either way, that is going to be their call. We're going to be seeing the host end the game here, and we'll take a break while we wait for Blue to get in. He's having a couple of technical issues, so you can't help those, and hopefully he'll be able to join us within that 5-minute period to continue on with this Search and Destroy map. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Search and Destroy on Terrace here in the grand final of the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Free-to-play ODC number 4. I'm Myksta, joined by Milboss. And we are joining back into the Search and Destroy on Terrace. Of course, we did need to end it due to Blue timing out. So the round count will be 1-0 in favor of the Bees. Let's get into this game now. Of course, the sides will now swap as they'll need to get back to their correct attacking and defensive rounds. But always just keep in mind that the Bees have 1 on their scoreboard. So they need to reach 5. The faction need to reach 6 for this Search and Destroy. And let's get into it, jumping on board with the attacking round. I'm going to stick on board with Beaston because he's going to be running over onto this A bomb site. It seems like the bomb carrier is going to be following him as well, while they're sending 2 other players over through the top area of this map.
Yeah, watching the designated bomb carrier, Swifty is being very cautious with the sniper rifle. Does not want to get picked up here. Going to try and look for Blue there. Not going to spot him, but Luca is going to get shut down first. Oh, in fact, no, I was wrong. Ferg's taking out Barney. Luca getting destroyed there. Literally seconds after, or even milliseconds after. So it is a 2v4 situation in favor of the team of the Bees, and I mean, they're in a good position here. But that being said, Verenzen and Blue have reduced it back to a 2v2 situation, so neither team's really in the lead here. Wolfie going down there. Fergs, last alive for his squad, needs to take out Verenzen, and Blue needs to also pick up the bomb, I believe. So right now, not in a very good position to win this round. He really needs to play for the kills here with only 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
We're on board with Fergs as he does unfortunately get taken down. So that will be a faction round, tying up the map scoreline 1-1 here. And of course, it is still a crucial game for the Bees here in this map, because it is map number 7. And we do have the scores being 4-2 in favor of the faction. So if they really even slip up just once and allow the faction to take out a map, it's going to bring the scoreline into a 5 to, you know, whatever it will be series, and they don't want to allow the faction to have that much leeway in this series' sway. They want to just be winning maps back to back to back, and they really need to stop the faction from making any of these plays. And this next round really needs to be a good start for them with Verenzen on the attacking round. They've decided to all push this this A bomb site. One player going to be sitting back over onto the blue stairs, and they're looking over to see if they can get this bomb down, possibly over on the sides, maybe on the other end, on the actual sentinel side of the A bomb site. So that's going to be an interesting twist. Beason's going to be taking down Blue, so it is a 3-4 situation, but the bomb is down, so that's going to play into their favor. They can just sit up and hold the A bomb site. Overclock and mute in the hands of Beast, and he decides to use the overclock ability, and we'll be looking over to this A bomb site. Now, I do believe he spotted one, and Verenzen will fall, and they're pushing over to this bedroom side. One player going to be watching it from the faction team, and that is going to be Barney.
Luca.
Now left alive. Can he make something happen? He's in the bedroom here. The players are contesting him, and there you go. He's going to get shot on the side. That's going to be a defuse, and that'll be the round, bringing the Bees back in the lead.
I mean, what a good way to get back into that one. They are now 2 rounds to 1 up in the Search and Destroy on Terrace, but a great way to do that by getting, I believe, a team ace. I'm not 100% sure there, but that doesn't really matter. We've got them back on the offensive here, the Bees. Swifty with that bomb once again. Didn't manage to spot, I believe, Blue there, just missing out, but one thing that I've noticed, in fact, is that the broadcaster mode has been improved to the point where it actually shows the scope in broadcaster mode. I don't know if you had any issues with that previously, Myksta, but I just could not. It just did not show the scope to me originally. But it's now a 3 down already for the faction, so not looking good. Verenzen last alive against Vergs, Wolfie, and Beaston. Wolfie picking up that bomb now. He has all the time in the world to get it planted, but the nade coming in from Verenzen could get him.
He's going to be trying to go for that indeed, but he won't be able to pick up that kill in the end. It does get tags as well, but he will try and just get back out of there, of course, using that exo-mute ability to travel across the map. Now that is over for the moment. 28 seconds to make a play. Wolfie going to contest him. He will get the shots out, but he won't be able to pick up the kill. Does get crossed out as well, and that's going to continue out the lead. 3-1 in favor of the Bees, who have taken quite a formidable lead here in this Search and Destroy test.
We're going to see now with Wolfie getting that final kill cam that his squad are definitely picking it back up. The faction not looking too good in retrospect here, but they still aren't out of it. They're only 3 rounds down. It is not that hard to come back from that. What we can't imagine is that, well, what I can't imagine though, is that it's going to go back to that round 11 that we saw last time. I think the faction, they're either going to make it or break it. They're either going to win in less than 11 rounds, or they're going to lose in less than 11 rounds. To be honest, they just need to have situations like this where they've only got one left to kill. And as I say that, they get another round on the board. This is the sort of stuff that they need to do if they want to get back into this one. And I mean, now they're picking themselves back up. They're brushing the dust off their shoulders, if you will. They really need to work together as a team, make decisive pushes, and just be able to communicate well enough to know where the opposition is and shut them down. Only 1 round the difference here.
We're going to be seeing on the attacking rounds now the team of the Bees. They're leading by 1 round. They want to make it 2 like they've been doing throughout this entire map. And the shutout from Swifty will take down Verenzen. Nicely done. And it was jumping across the map over onto this A side. He's looking for the second shot off on Luca. He will actually get tagged by the nade. So he's going to back up through the stairs there as he's going to be looking for his next victim. Blue takes down Wolfie. Folks takes down Barney. Do see Blue going to be turning around, but no, he's not going to stop him against the hands of Swifty. And Luke is going to be the last one alive there to deal with 3 of the players from the Bees now. He's going to be lying on prone there over into the S of the map, whereas the Bees are going over to the B side. He isn't doing too much, but he really needs to be doing a lot more.
Well, he certainly does, and I mean, there's 3 players to get through in 41 seconds right now. Luca not in a very good position, but I mean, here's a formidable player, able to get the first one. 2 remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see him try and make the push, but he's going to be met around the corner here, I believe, by a player behind him, and that is going to be the end of that round. We are now seeing the Bees putting themselves back 2 rounds in the lead, 4 rounds to 2 after the restart, if you're new here. So basically, what we've got right now is a little bit of a trade, but the faction, they need to go back to what they did a couple of rounds ago, and they need to just shut down the map. They need to control everything. They need to close down any corners and really just make some kills count. Because, I mean, you look at the scores there, you look at the kills. They're pretty spread out for the Bees, but the faction really don't have many kills.
Luca pushing over onto this B side, a bomb. He's going to be taking down 1. He's going to try and stop down over onto the bomb side, but he won't be able to. Verenzen now try and close on in. He's deciding, should he go for the bomb plant? Should he go for a couple of picks? He did see 1, I do believe, as he dashed to the side. Now he's going to be checking the nade out over into purple. He will fall as he goes to do that, though. Blue trying to get this kill. Blue, he nearly failed that one. He's actually going to be able to run back away. I don't know how he survived that one, but he did, and he's only up against Beaston now, who was that last player who really needed that kill to try and make it into a 1v1 situation. He's about to do so anyway, as he takes down, I believe that was Barney, but Blue will take him down in the end, and that is now going to bring things back to 4-3. Of course, for those maybe just tuning in and aren't aware, we did have to end the game after the first round, so always add a round on top to the B side, so now scoreline becomes 4-3.
And the faction, they're doing what I really need, what I want them to do. They are putting themselves on the front foot, getting those kills and making every play count. Blue getting back into this one very nicely, going 6 for 3, has the equal most kills for this map so far. If it weren't for the fact that Wolfie had a plan, he'd actually be doing the best in the game. So he really needs to take control of his squad and make these next couple of rounds count, with Swifty already down. We've got Beeson already down. And it's a 2v4 situation in favor of the faction. Mind you, they are still one round down, so if they get another one, level pegging, and then another couple, if they can get 3 rounds in a row pretty much, they should be able to take this one out, and it looks like it could happen this time. Wolfie, he's in a 1v3 situation. It's going to be difficult for him here. He's got Blue, Barney, and Varenzen to worry about right now, and they are in very good positions. However, he is behind all of them. As soon as he fires one shot, though, they're going to know exactly where he is, so he has to be extremely careful as to not give away his position with like a boost jump or something like that.
The bomb carrier for the team here. There is no bomb carrier, of course. The bomb is down, rather. That they do need to be. They need to keep an eye of, and he's going to be circling around. The players do seem to have some sort of idea there. As he goes past the pub tree, and there was quite a few players there waiting for him. So now the score is going to even back up at 4-4. So you mentioned earlier that you really didn't think that we were going to be going down to around 11. Well, you know, I really want to counter that. I really want to be seeing another round 11 from what this game is really showing in front of us. But, you know, either way, one of us will be right, one of us will be wrong. And 4-4, this score is. We're entering into round number 9. We'll see what they can do on the attack. The faction AU. Barney on your screens with the scope and the thermal sight. Will the player go for the jump across? No, they won't. And they does see Swifty tries to go for that hopeful shot. Very, very hopeful, but he wasn't able to pick off any tags, but he was able to get the call out to his team that there will be a player there in that area. Now they're going to be need to keep an eye on the flank. He has got to dash out. He's going to be able to take down Beaston. Nicely done. The numbers advantage is in their favor as well, as the team of the Bees. They're a bit more spread out here. Fergs will also drop. Wolfie and Swifty left up. The bomb has been planted over onto this A side. They're both really on this side of the blue stairs. They're going to be trying to close on down to try and go through their side, the opposing side spawn entrance, but it doesn't really seem to matter because we're going to be having a long shot double kill for you around the kill cam.
And that is exactly what the faction need to do. They look like they could possibly close this one out very, very soon indeed. I mean, if we do see the Bees get the next round, it is going to be forcing, or not forcing, but rather going into that that sacred round 11 territory that we were talking about before. I mean, I said I didn't think it would happen. You wanted it to happen, and I mean, I'm not really sure about that. I don't know, but the faction are looking strong right now. They are playing. They've turned around their game. They're playing well. Swifty with the bomb now, though. He's going to be making a push towards A. He knows his team needs to win the next round if they want any chance of getting back into this one, of course. So he's going to plant the bomb pretty quickly now. Wolfie already down, however, so it's a 3v4 situation here on Search and Destroy Terrace. 4 rounds to 5 is the score, with the faction in the lead.
I'm not sure if I agree with their play at the moment. They're all boxed into the same area. Of course, they're going to try and get maybe a couple of shots in. Now, player's going to dash in. Now, one player will drop from either team here. And there you go. All players just dropped. They're all boxed in. They knew exactly where to look. And, I mean, you really got to think about it. There was 3 players alive. There was 2 entrances to watch. There was 3 players in that area. It really just didn't seem to work out well for them. That will be the faction's map, and they will now go up in the series 5-2. Is a crazy series so far. We do have a potentially only one more map left, potentially another 4. Capture the Flag will be the next map up in this series, however. Stay tuned, because this is the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Free to play. ODC number 4, Myksta, joined by Milboss. We're going to take a short break, wait for the lobby to get sorted. Don't go anywhere, because we've got more action coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Free to play. ODC number 4 Grand Final matchup here between the faction and the Bees. This is map I don't even know what map it is. Map number 8, I do believe, off memory. I could be wrong. It is 5-2, so that would make it map number 8. Matt is strong. And captures flag retreat. I'm Myksta, joined by Millboss, and we are getting into the game right here. Beeson, Fergs, Wolfie, and Swifty from the team of the Bees taking on the faction side of Barney, Luca, Blue, and Varenton.
We're looking at what could possibly be the final map in this series, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, the faction 5 maps up to 2, or against 2, in this best of 11 continuation series, as previously stated. But we still have only seen a couple of kills go down to start off. All of a sudden, we've got the flag being taken by both teams. Varenton has one, Swifty with the other. Varenton gets shut down. The return will go through swiftly, and Swifty, as I say that just happened by coincidence. Swifty is going to make a push towards his home base to try and make this cap happen. And it's going to happen rather. And that is going to be 1-0 up already with 4 minutes 15 remaining in this map. We've seen TF Blue, the faction Blue, timeout again. That was the problem with the start of the Search and Destroy game. But unfortunately for him, we cannot restart this already, down by a minute. The first cap's also gone through, which means they are going to have to try and get him in or play 3v4. So it's going to be difficult for the faction here, but it is entirely possible for them to get back into this one. It's entirely possible also for the Bees to really get back into the series.
Blue has managed to rejoin us fairly quickly, however, and that will bring her back to a 4v4 situation, being only down by 1 flag. It's not too bad of a result for them. Of course, they were just turling back over on their base, over on the turtle, ironically enough, as they're going to be pushing now forward to the attacking side. Beeston being one of the players to maybe contest Varenton here. He's going to exo jump across the rocks, is going to get taken down. 3 players actually get taken down. Barney's going to pick up the flag. He's going to be running it straight through the Z room over to pool side. We'll be going to the top of pool. He's going to jump over through the jump up, go to the turtle, and should be home clear. He's got 1 player actually to go ahead and contest with, but that player doesn't stand a chance against the turtle, and that's going to tie up the scoreline 1-1.
We're going to see a 2 down for the Bees team, whatever you want to call them. I mean, what a strange name for a squad, but I mean, that's only going to happen in Australia. But we're going to see right now with this 1-1 tie here, both teams are a little bit hesitant to really make a big push. We've got a little bit of body shooting coming from Luca, getting a little bit confident here, but it's nice to see that he knows what he's doing. Blue trying to make a pull there, not gonna happen, gets shut down, and the flag returned there by Beeston. So he's playing a little bit defensively here as he makes a push towards the middle of the map. And we're gonna see right now that neither team really has map control. Luca looking to make a pull, but he's just waiting for his teammates to respawn before he does so. Instantly puts on the overclock and running straight down the bar side of the map.
Swifty and Luca holding the opposition's flag as they're trying to run it down. Swifty through the pool side, Luca through the cafe side, as they're going to be trying to sit back with their teammates and rely on the rest of the teammates to try and pick off these kills. Of course, Luca and the rest of the faction were able to just send 3 players sitting back there, while the faction is sending 1 player on offense to go and take down Swifty, and he nearly got there as well. And his body is actually just going to work here over onto this rock side. Now he's going to be able to take down the flag carrier, but that will be Fergs who will be able to reclaim that flag off the respawn as well. Good respawn for the team of Bees. He's just going to be holding that one off. We've got 80 seconds remaining in the half. Still, the flag's at a little bit of a stalemate here. Fights going and contests going over through the middle side of the map, but it does seem like the faction is winning more of a majority of them as they're pushing over to try and make something happen with this flag. 60 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, we're going to see now with 1 minute warning, as you said, both flags are in limbo right now with a little bit of a stalemate here. Luca and Fergs holding them down. Blue gets shut down there by Beeson as each team has someone furiously trying to find and shut down the opposition player. Looks like it could be Barney near the opposition here, trying to get the flag there, able to pick it up, and he is going to try and just keep it once again, doing what his teammate Luca was trying to do before he got shut down there, but Fergs still with the flag in hand. We're going to see shots being fired though. Barney trying to stay alive with that one as he picks it up. but we're going to see Blue go down. Fergs still has the flag, still has not given it up, and neither team is really going to be able to make any plays towards getting a lead in this half.
That they won't. Ferg's going to be back in his side of the cave. Barney's going to be out behind the turtle. They're making a last-ditch effort. The flag was dropped at the end there by Fergs, who got taken down, but they weren't able to go ahead for that capture, or sorry, for that return to get that capture in the end. But it doesn't really matter because the halftime score is going to end up at 1-1. So, I mean,
yep.
We're tied. We're at an even playing field in this map. However, the series is 5-2. The Bees, if they make one mistake and they drop a map from this point onwards, they will be knocked out of the competition, forced with a second placement, and allowing the faction to take first place in this competition. I don't think they're ready for that yet, though, Milboss, and I'm going to see what they're going to do in the second half.
Yeah, look, you can see so many shots being fired right about now in the pool side of the map, but I have to agree with you that they really aren't giving up. Meanwhile, the faction are trying everything to get those flag captures. They just want this to be over with. They just want to say, yep, we won the midweek, but it's not going to be that easy. Wolfie taking the flag. Luca done the same. Both flag carriers are shut down. Hence, flags are now returned back to base. So, we're back to the start again. We're back in limbo. Neither flag is away from home, but really, we have two teams with completely different outlooks on this specific map. The faction need it if they want to win the series and the competition, but the Bees need to win it if they want to stay in this series, stay in the running for the title. So, really, we're seeing two different playstyles, but as I say that, however, we do have a flag capture that has gone through for the team of the Bees. I don't know exactly who that was. It was either Swifty or Wolfie, obviously, but I'm not sure which one. It was Wolfie? Alrighty. Well, it was Wolfie. Wolfie, good thumbs up, yeah. But Barney and Swifty, once again, both flags away from home.
You got Swifty trying to make that run in for himself, but he will get taken down. You got Luca and Barney, though, trying to progress onwards over onto the turtle side. They will get taken down. That's actually going to be Blue, who's going to pick up the flag. Still running around. I thought he was actually able to get out of there for a moment. Verenzen is there, though, for a moment with three of the players from the Bees. The flag has been returned, so you've got to keep that in mind. The flag is also currently being pulled by Swift, who's about to run into one over at the cap. The flag's going to get now picked up by Verenzen as he does drop before being able to get that kill, unfortunately enough for him. And we do have quite an aggressive stance here from the faction side, because they don't want to play another map. They want to end it in this map right here in the next 3 minutes. But of course, to do that, they need to first type the scoreline and then get a lead. Rather, in the second half of the provided second half of Capture the Flag retreat, or go into an overtime by forcing a tie by getting one cap in on the board. Now we're going to be seeing a stalemate situation where both players, or one player from either team, has the opposition flag on their side of the map, and now we're going to be seeing what they'll be able to do to get these returns. And it seems like Wolfie and Fergs are going to be doing exactly everything that was needed, because now they're able to get the return. They're going to push on forward to the turtle to get this capture in. He's going to get stunned. He's going to fail the stomp cap, but he's able to get the cap in. Nevertheless, he's going to make it 3-1, and now the ball is in the faction's court.
Yeah, we're going to see now 2 down for the faction. They really need to pick their socks up if they want to get back into this one. They do have a bit of work to do now. 2 captures are what's required to at least get back to that level picking, as you said, to force that overtime right now. But it is going to be harder than just that. Finally, the flag getting pulled by Verenzen here. He's going to be making a push down the pool side of the map here, and his teammates are there to back him up as he was shot up, but he is going to be able to get the flag back. Meanwhile, Beeson has picked up the opposition flag.
Blue's going to be able to pick off the Bees flag as well. He's going to be running it out through this pool side. Of course, now this is where he needs to rely on his team, and his team needs to come up huge for himself. because of the fact that they need these caps with only 75 seconds remaining in this game. The team of these, they can just wait it out and just really have no remorse for anything else. But it does seem like the return will happen. Beaston will now be trying to run this flag pass out through the cafe over onto the stairway into Turtle. Now he's going to be going to run through it, but he will get taken down in the end. Of course, the flag will now get returned, and the flags, while they be back at base, 50 seconds remaining in this map. Potentially have enough time remaining for the equalizer here. Vrenzen will be able to actually jump it out through into the poolside before getting taken down, but it really is looking unlikely at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing 2 down from Team Faction, or from the Faction rather, but it's just not looking like it's going to be possible here. The flag has been taken. That's going to be Luca making a run for it. Can come around the corner, get shut down there. Swifty is going to be able to get the return and the flag capture, or rather the pull. And with 15 seconds remaining, it is going to be mathematically impossible for the Faction to get one in. However, Swifty could get this last one in. Looks like he's going to be able to do that. That's going to be 4-1, showing that his team is the T1 for capture the flag in this competition so far. But, I mean, what we're seeing right now is 2 completely different sides to the previous couple of maps that have been rather close. Right now, we're seeing Team Faction, who really need to pick themselves back up off the ground. They lost 4-1 in what could have been a very, very close capture the flag at one stage, which ultimately means that the series score is, of course, 5-3.
That it is, and I mean, we're going to be seeing a Biolab uplink up next. Once again, still potentially the final map in this grand final to come up next, but it is going to be an incredible match in my opinion. I'm just going to throw out that prediction out there just for the sake of the Bees really needing to show that they can still come back and they can still take all these maps consecutively to come back in this series. We'll see how it plays out though next on Uplink Biolab in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series. Free to play ODC number 4. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series. Free to play ODC number 4 grand final matchup here between the Faction AU and the Bees. The series score is currently 5-3. We're entering into Uplink on a Biolab, and this is map number 9 in this continuation best of 11 series. Let's see how these teams play this one out. Myksta joined by Milboss. I'm on board with Luca up first from the Faction AU. Let's see what he'll be able to do.
Man, right now we are looking at 2 teams who have both been motivated as all hell to win this map, or this series rather. This is the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, and we have seen some absolute stunning games out of these 2 squads. Right now, though, this is the second uplink, I believe, that we are watching these 2 tonight so far. And we're going to be able to watch as Blue go through for the first 2 uplink points. So, let's start from him. This is, once again, potentially the last map of the series for Team Faction. If they take this out, they will win the overall competition, as well as just the series. As I say that, Barney defending the satellite there, and he's going to pick it up as well and go for a bit of a run with it, but he needs to be careful here, defend himself. He is very red. He doesn't know the wolf is just around the corner, as you can see from the COD vision, so he decides to back away, throw it away, and then just defend himself, but he still manages to get shut down there.
That he does. Luca still on your screen here as he's trying to get the ball carrier as well. He's going to try and go on in. He was trying to chase him here, and he will be able to get him in the end, but his teammate will be able to pick up the ball, and then he's going to be fun. He's going to go straight through the guts there, going through the turbine into the connections, over into mid. Now, it does seem like he was running into a little bit of a wall there. It doesn't really matter because the ball will get dropped. The entire team got taken down, and Swifty will be trying to run this one in. This should be a 2-point for the Bees. He's going to tie up the scoreline back to 2-2.
And right now, with that, we have both teams hotly contesting the satellite. It is going to be picked up by Luca, and Blue, for some reason, I think, was trying to get some shots on, missed, and almost hit him. But Wolfie picking up that satellite, going for a run on top of Green here. Could go for the throw here. Looks like he probably will. Gets it out there. Doesn't manage to go through, but he's going to go for a second attempt here if he can get the kill. Doesn't manage to, however. Fergs with a nice 3-piece there, staying alive, got another kill on Luca, and then got the 2 points there, but finally getting shut down when he fell off the edge of the map there. So unfortunate way to end off such a good streak.
Definitely is a little bit unfortunate. Verenzen will get taken down. Let's jump on board with Fergs as he will be pushing forward to the spawn point of the droid here on this uplink game mode. We're going to be seeing him just trying to jump up and down, but he will get taken down in the end as Swifty now will be able to take down 1 kill. Now circling over for that second, but he won't be able to do so. That's going to be Luca who takes it down. Beaston will take down Barney, but Luca takes down Beaston for that double kill for himself. Luca's also going to pick up the ball in that process. He's going to go over to the bottom room, and he's going to be looking to go over onto this middle side of the map. I did not know you could throw a nade while you had the ball in hand. That's actually interesting information to have as he chucks over nades over into the to the middle room there. He's going to try and go for the melee, but he will fall just short before he reached Wolfie's face.
Yeah, certainly a good thing to be able to do. The ball mechanics have been swapped up a little bit. I believe originally the plan was from Sledgehammer that when you got the ball, or when you threw the ball, not pass it, but when you threw it to an opposition player as Wolfie goes through for another 2 points, it actually stunned them. But I think that might have changed a little bit nowadays. I'm not quite sure, but you can throw nades as you pointed out. So they've changed things up a little bit. It's definitely a helpful tool to have because there are a lot of situations where you'll be running with that thing and you'll be like, whoa, hang on a second, I need to use my nades right about now. And so we have seen that in use quite a lot since the rules were updated for uplink here. But I mean, we're going to see right now that both teams are just hanging around this uplink. They're not really going for the pull. I think that the Bees really know that they're in a good position right now to be in the lead. The faction not really having too much of an impact on this game in either slaying nor in scoring objective. So right now it's not looking too good for them. Verenzen though trying to make a run for it, just getting shut down there once again. Beaston trying to put some shots in. Barney picking up the ball, going to come around here. Fergs is just near him, so is the man who finally kills him. That's going to be Wolfie. Goes for a bit of body shooting there, but he's going to pick up the ball here, Fergs, making a run for it, but he knows he doesn't have to in the final moments of this first half.
He will get taken down here. Ferg Swift is going to be running this one in. He's just going to try and charge it. Nearly fell off the map as well, but that is looking like it will end the half at 8 points to 2. Once again, we're seeing a dominant display here out of the Bees for this uplink game type. And it was actually the first game type that the faction actually lost in this series as well. So being now in map 9, when they really need that extra map for themselves over on their side, the Bees just not disappointing at any stage of this map. But we still have the second half to go. We still have 5 minutes left in this map, potentially, unless we go, we are forced into an overtime. But it definitely doesn't seem to be that way at all.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the faction really need to pick up their game, get back into this one. It's going to be tough, but they do have the chance to make it happen. It's not all lost right now. We are going to see 2 down, make that 3 for the faction. Not a good place to start there, as Wolfie is going to pick up the satellite for the first possession of this second half here. They're going to be making a push down the right side of the map here. Knows there are a lot of opposition players defending this doorway, but he gets his teammates to help him out there, taking a lot of damage, going to get shut down just shy of the score portal there, but the ball is going to be in the hands of Luca, going to be able to pick it up and make a run with it with his teammates this time, which is going to be helpful in terms of getting those kills, much needed kills. But it seems like he was taking out from behind there. That's going to be Fergs, I believe, getting shut down by Verenzen.
Blue's going to be trying to pick off these kills, but he will fall as well alongside his fallen teammates. But Barney is there. He's going to pick up the kill, and he's going to charge it in for some more points on the board. And that's a much needed points for them as well. Wolfie, though, picks off a triple kill if you can count his teammates, which we always do because it always adds to the fun of it. But that is now going to be the ball dropped after it was in the hands of, I believe it was Swifty. Either way, Blue was able to make a double kill. Swifty and Wolfie picking up those balls. The ball will be currently in possession of Barney as he's trying to run it through now over into the green side of the map. The nade will go out. Ferg, Swifty, and Beaston all pick off kills there. In Ferg's case, he did pick off 2, and they'll be pushing on down, waiting for this relay to really happen. Ferg's just waiting underneath it. Wolfie, though, is going to be running it in. He does just get it, and they'll make it 10 points to 4.
Right now, we are seeing some really good plays coming in from both teams. They've both scored 2 in this half, and I mean, what we need to see now is the faction step up their game. They're getting a few kills here and there, but they really need to be doing more so. They need to be able to get some movement and get some map control, because Biolab is all about the map control. It is so integral to the playstyle of this map here for Uplink, but the Jukes coming in from Swifty, getting the smack with the satellite there. Luca there going to clean him up and go for a run with the ball. I mean, looking at how it's going right now, the faction aren't playing as well as you expected for such a talented squad, but there is a lot of room and a lot of time for improvement here.
Definitely wasn't it? I mean, that throw was a little bit questionable there by Luca. Now, he had his teammate actually waiting underneath the capture zone from what I can see from the really small mini-map, but it didn't really seem like there was any opposition players there, and it didn't really seem like the team that had players there either had poor communication or they just had poor map awareness to really go in. Okay, you know, you can go for that 2-point capping, and with 2 minutes left, 5 points to 10, 5 points of difference, they need every single point that they can get, and they really need to make those plays as quickly as they can as well. Swifty going to pick up the ball, is going to be running out through to this yellow side. He will get EMP'd, so he won't be able to double jump. He will be forced to go over into the staircase there to his right as he's looking to go back out and go over into yellow. His Exosuit has rebooted. He will miss a jump over into the window, and he will fall. 3 players down from either team there as Blue will be up for his team. Beeson was the last one up for his team for a moment as well. The ball still dropped. Blue struggling to actually climb through the window, but Vrendon with the ball in hand will be charging through into green. He will get contested, and he will fall.
And right now, we are seeing the faction putting on a little bit more pressure, but it still isn't enough. I mean, they've got 1 minute 10 remaining. They need to do something about this deficit here. One more cap point has been made in the interim by the Bees, but they're gradually clawing their way back into this series, and that is perfect for them. But the faction definitely don't want to give up this this lead that they're holding so strongly, this 5 maps to 3 lead. I doubt that they want to give that one up, but Swifty with the satellite right now, making a move through yellow, gonna go for the throw there. Could they get 2 more point, or 1 more point rather? Happens, and now it's going to be reset. So 12 to 5, your score margin here, ladies and gentlemen, on Uplink Biolab between the faction and the Bees. But that is going to be 30 seconds remaining. That is going to be all she wrote for this map. Once again, the Bees are just coming straight back into this one. They're punching their way, quite literally punching their way through the faction, and getting their name into the score margin here. So with 4 maps to their name, I believe, or 3 maps to their name rather, they are going to be in good stead to continue in the series, I guess.
Well, it is going to be 5 to 4 now. We are going to be approaching map number 10 up next. It is going to be a Hardpoint Detroit. That's going to be coming your way. And, I mean, look at this round ending kill cam there by Wolfie, who will even top it off, taking down his teammate at the very end of that round. That's what we like to see here. But that'll bring the round count to 5 to 4. So once again, we are entering into round 10 from a 3-0 deficit that the Bees faced. I mean, it's 5-4. They're still down, but they're only down by 1 map. They've gotten the majority of maps since this continuation really started. And I mean, you look at the scoreboard there. Swifty was going off 32 kills for himself. We also got 3 points in terms of uplinks. You had Wolfie on 28 kills, along with Beast. And the difference is that Wolfie managed to get 5 points in terms of the caps. Beaston and Fergs managed to get 2 respectively as well. But we've got Hardpoint coming up next. We'll take a short break, wait for that lobby to get sorted. Map 10 in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Free to play. ODC number 4. Grand final matchup coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Free to play ODC number 4. Grand final matchup here between the Faction AU and the Bees. Of course, we did have a little bit of a break here between our last map and this map due to one of the players having to reset their internet connection and get themselves all fine and dandy for this map 10 matchup here on Detroit. Hardpoint is the game type. Once again, I'm Myksta, joined by Milboss here in this grand final match. Once again, map 10. It's been a long series so far. Milboss, can the Faction close it out, or will we be seeing a map 11?
What I'm looking at right now is a very, very hungry squad coming out of the boys from Buzz. But, you know, the Faction, they have that team chemistry, I think. But, you know, from watching this hardpoint specifically, it has been quite close, and in fact, I believe they may have played it before, I'm not 100% sure, against each other. So, with that being said, we're going to see a very interesting match here, nonetheless. I'm probably wrong about that, by the way, but nonetheless, we're going to see an interesting map here. But the hardpoint so far has been won, I believe, by the Bees, but you know, it could go either way still. I'm not discounting either team. I want to see the Faction take it in this map, or otherwise I want to see the Bees take it in that game 11 that we're getting so close to.
I think both our brains are really just shutting down here after this great series to watch, as the hardpoint has rotated over onto green here. Of course, 30 points and counting to the 20 points from the Faction. The Bees have opening up with a great opening play. We actually had an entire team getting taken down from the Faction from the Bees, and we're going to be seeing Beaston just looking to pick off these kills, just continuing things for himself. He's going to get shot in the back though. Swifty going to be getting those points for his team. 15 seconds remain though from this green hardpoint. 3 of the players though from the Faction really going to be contesting this one, and it did not work out for them at all. The entire team just got slaughtered as they are now rotating over to this next hardpoint. Of course, it is going to be the Faction who are set up there and waiting, but it was a little bit of a questionable play to be pushing in with that 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it certainly was, and they just got absolutely punished for it. The Faction, they just did not know what was going to be expected from the Bees, but Berenzon is there currently holding this down. Swifty trying to push in, not going to happen there. Beaston as well shuts down Berenzon. Helpful kills coming out of them, but Luca and Barney making some plays onto this hardpoint. They're trying to get themselves back into this one. Pardon me, with 30 seconds remaining on this hill. They're holding it quite strongly here, not really letting anyone in. The pre-fire coming in from Luca, able to get the kill there, but he is absolutely surrounded. So he'll finally get shut down there. Wolfie gonna jump on and try and get his team back within a reasonable margin.
Wolfie going to be trying to contest Luca and Blue here in this hardpoint. Unfortunately, it's not going to really work out well for him there, as the entire team bar from Fergs did get taken down there in that contest. Fergs is going to take down Barney. He's going to have 2 players, make that 4 players to deal with 50 seconds. Of course, in this hardpoint, they just rotated over here, as you're going to be actually seeing Beaston, who's going to be waiting there in this hardpoint. Fergs is just going to be circling through the outside. Going to be able to pick off the kill there on Berenzon as well, before getting taken down there by Luke. Beaston is the last one alive for his team. Not for too long, though, as he did get taken down, but not before he was able to take down Luke. Now, Barney, actually, you just want to know, he did get a triple kill there, taking down Swifty, Wolfie, and Beaston there in that contest over on the hardpoint. So just want to give him a shout out there for that one. 25 seconds remaining in this hardpoint before it does rotate over across the map. 84 points to 75, and counting. The Faction catching back up in terms of points.
Right now what we're seeing is the Faction working very well here. They have got right back up. The contestant is going to come just in time, but they are going to take the lead here. The Faction, they are trying to put on the pressure here. The last few seconds of scrap points coming in from Berenzon there. The next hard point going to be taken by the squad of the Bees, and they've got 3 players on there. Definitely what you want if you want to hold a hard point. Well, they've regained the lead, going back and forth here a little bit, but what we're going to see is just an absolute cluster of nades and players jumping in, trying to get control, and it's working out for some, not so much for others. Verenzen able to get a few seconds there, Wolfie shutting him down, getting in there himself, and really, this is going to be another back and forth game of Hardpoint, but the faction really need to assume the lead and control it, at least for a while, if they want to finally end this series, because they have been on in fact they have been on serious point for the past 3 maps, and they would not want to go out like that with 4 maps against them in a row, 4 unanswered maps.
They definitely don't. 121 to 105 though is the scoreline. The Hardpoint is back over to the original, as you are going to be seeing, I believe that is Wolfie actually on the top of the Hardpoint. Someone's going to dash on down. 3 players down from the faction. Barney, last one alive for the moment over in the hospital, who will get taken down as well. So finally, it's the team of the Bees getting some more points back on the board after a little bit of a point drought for them, as you're going to be having Luca actually trying to push on into this Hardpoint. Now he's going to take down one, he's going to get taken down by a second. Wolfie in the Hardpoint. 3 players down from the faction. Blue, last one alive, and he's going to be contesting from the side car park door entrance. Now, he will fall Blue with the double kill before he did die though, and 2 of the players from the faction managed to get into this Hardpoint itself. Now keep in mind the scoreline 147 to 117 and counting, it isn't that far off, but they got to rely off more than just the scrap time, and they really just can't afford to be getting taken down that easily off the Hardpoints, regardless of how much time is left in it. 5 seconds to go though before it does rotate over. The players are setting up for this one over onto green, and the faction really just got to hope that they can set up and hold this one.
There's a lot of work to be done from both teams if they want to take this map here. The faction looking quite good at the moment. Verenzen doing a lot of work on that Hardpoint. Wolfie as well on the opposite side of the spectrum here. But Swifty is going to be staying on the Hardpoint currently. He is going to retain control for a little bit, but it does get contested by Luca. Luca able to get that kill there. Very red, about to get shut down, but just survives the shots coming in from, I believe it was Beeston. So he's going to take a few seconds here on the Hardpoint. Wants to regain control if at all possible, but 3 players swarm him from the Sentinel squad of the Bees, so they're going to retain control, or sorry, regain control, with Barney pushing in, shutting down Wolfie. Wolfie then retaliating with Fergs and Swifty on their tail. And now the rotations are coming in. The last few seconds of scrap time went to the Bees, but the faction are straight back on the rotation on the next Hardpoint.
Car Park's one of those hard points where you can just sit there and just be able to get a good setup going strong, but from what I've gathered from both these 2 teams, they haven't really been able to do that for any of these hard points so far, but maybe this is the one that they can. Of course, checking all these corners, being able to pick off 3 for 3 kills, holding this hard point at the moment. Of course, only 7 points the difference, so this could be the hard point to take the lead with 34 seconds remaining in it. One's going to be up through the staircase, 2 through the ramp, as they are going to be looking for that one. 1 kill will happen from Verenzen. No, it won't. Barney and Blue are there, though, as Luke now enters into this for the ramp. Luke and Barney respectively are able to pick off the 1 kill. Barney just going to be going for the head glitch. He's going to be taking down 1. He's looking for the second one. Nades goes out. He's going to be able to not be able to pick off the kill, but Verenzen and Blue off the spawn are there. The pro shot from Blue will be able to take down 1, and Verenzen is there. Also 10 seconds left. Not worth it for the team of Bees to push on down, but the 200 point mark has been hit from the faction squad as it is about to rotate over hard points. You're going to be seeing Blue already there in the back. Barney from the front. They're just going to be holding it out. They only need 40 points out of the 53 in this hard point to take the victory and take out this grand final. Milboss, can they do it?
I mean, it looks entirely possible. The faction have just completely turned things around. Absolutely, with 1 minute 30 remaining, there is still time for the Bees to get back into this, but it is going to be difficult. I mean, the faction constantly putting pressure on. The contention there is always present, and we've got Blue coming in. We've got another player coming in. That was Luca. We've got Verenzen coming in, able to get the kill on 2 players. That's going to be 2 down there. Perfect shots coming in from him. He is just racking up these points now for his squad. Able to get another kill. No, he doesn't, but Barney there to back him up, and this is the tense moments where they only need a good 15 seconds before they can take this map.
Looked like it could have been the ultimate comeback out of the team of Bees. And don't get me wrong, it is still possible, but they can't afford to drop any more points. And it's at the schoolyard, and the faction have this hard point down for themselves. Whoever's there needs to go huge. That is Swifty, who picks off the triple kill before getting taken down. Now it is going to be contested. Beeson is now in there with Wolfie. 35 seconds remain, and unfortunately there just isn't enough time remaining. It is going to be the faction getting up the scrap time from it anyway. They're going to hit the 250 point mark. That is going to be game, set, and match. 250 to 198, taking out the series 6-4. And what a grand final that was in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 4. It went down to map 10. Unfortunately, not map 11, but map 10 is definitely an incredible effort there from both of these. We had 36 kills out from one player. We had a lot of 34 kills out as well. We had just a killtrocity there, as I do believe the game was just ended. So, okay, 36 kills from Wolfie. We then had 34 kills from Beeston, 29 for Ferg, Swifty on 22, 25 for Lorenzo, Luca on 36, 34 for Barney and Blue on 31, 11 and 12 captures for Lorenzo and Wolfie respectively, and a lot of defense as well. But what a game it was in that hardpoint map 10 to wrap up this match.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking at an amazing comeback coming from the Bees, but they just weren't able to pull it off there. And with that being said, it's going to be the faction taking out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what we've just witnessed is one of the most contested grand finals, I think, for quite some time. I mean, the faction were on the cusp of getting beaten there, and it was just a lot of determination that got them back into that hard point, and they were able to bring it back. So that is going to be just the end of that's it. That is the faction taking this one.
That it is, and of course, unfortunately, that also means that is our broadcast wrapped up with that finals match of the day. Of course, big shout out to Milboss, who has joined me throughout the entire night so far that we have been casting throughout since the losers bracket round 9 of the competition. Of course, big shout out to all 56 teams that competed in today's competition. Of course, we'll get working on your point distribution straight after this matchup. A big shout out to the faction, of course, for taking out this competition. Of course, remember to follow all of CyberGamer's social media outlet for CyberGamer Xbox. You, of course, have our Facebook, facebook.com/CyberGamer Network, our Twitter at CGXboxAU, our YouTube, where all the rebroadcasts from this competition will be posted, hopefully in a few days, youtube.com/CyberGamer.com.au, and, of course, this Twitch TV page at the bottom left of the video. There is a follow button. If you haven't pressed it already, feel free to go ahead and do so. But until then, just wanted to give just a quick plug-in to our competitions coming up. Of course, we have our midweek for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare coming up on Wednesday. Of course, another competition on this Sunday. We do have our finals for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. 1v1, 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, and 5v5 S&Ds all happening tomorrow. First challenges rolling on out. We have our FIFA head-to-head for FIFA 15 League starting up tomorrow as well as our Halo competitions coming up. We have one on Sunday and one on Thursday coming up, as well as a FIFA head-to-head competition coming up this Sunday. We also have, maybe not a CyberGamer competition, but one of our affiliates. We have an ACL 5K competition coming up this Saturday. Coming up. Find more details on that at ACL Pro, as well as the Does Play Pro Series that got announced an hour or so ago. Be sure to go check them out as well at DoesPlay.com.au. It is a great time to be a Call of Duty gamer in the ANZ region, so be sure to go ahead and check them all out. I am Myksta, though, joined by Milboss, and until next time, we'll catch ya later.